Hello, Nintendo fans. My name is Mario Master. How are we doing today? Don't mind my dog. She's just gonna be in the background, but she's a good girl, so you know what? It's okay. So today we are going to be talking about Shrek. Yes, really. DreamWorks made this movie in 2001, 22 years ago, which is a long time considering that I was born in 2004. And I'm 18, so that's a little crazy to think about. So, now DreamWorks didn't really have high expectations when making Shrek. They actually had this thing where if you performed bad or like did something wrong or something like that, I don't know, it's a little weird and there's not a lot of information on it, but you were sent to something that they called the Shreck Project. Because once again, they didn't think Shrek was going to perform well. So you were sent to animate for Shrek, the movie, And then Shrek performed so well. And, it was kind of like, oh, shit, So we are going to go through the 4 categories, really. But I don't count the last one as a real category, but you know what? Whatever. We're going to go through animation, plot, and jokes, and then overall, how I feel about the movie. Now, that's not going to be the order, but that's how it goes. I usually like to go animation, jokes, and then plot, but it's never in that order. It's usually plot and then animation and then jokes or whatever way. It's really how I end up feeling. So, whatever, Fucking shit, my hair, Jesus. So, the plot. Now, for those of you who somehow have gone 22 years without seeing Shrek, I'm going to sum it up for you. A ginormous ogre gets sent on a magical quest to go rescue a princess for a little dickhead prince who needs to be king. Now, shenanigans ensue, and the king dies at the end, but we don't talk about that. So, what the hell? Oh, my dog's hair looks stupid. It just kind of like, it's just her ear. It kind of looks like she had like a little tuft. I'm like, oh, I gotta fix that. So anyway, and then shenanigans ensue. It's good movie, right? Good movie. It really is. Go watch it if you somehow have gone 22 years without seeing it. Number one, I would love to know how you have managed to go 22 years without seeing the actual meme sensation that is Shrek. But, like Shrek held up half of the meme community and kind of still does at this point. But animation-wise, Shrek doesn't look that bad. Like, as a whole movie, Shrek doesn't look that bad. Now, I wouldn't cement it with, some of the movies that we are releasing now, because it doesn't look as good. Because if you compare Shrek 1 to Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, or whatever, those would be 2 very different categories of what was good back then and what is good now. Because Puss in Boots, The Last Wish is actually the GOAT, and I fucking loved it. I loved every second of it, and Big Jack Horner is my goddamn favorite character, hence why he's my profile in Discord. Join the Discord. Hashtag Backrooms Army. Anyway. There is Shrek looks really good for 2001, and it still kind of like holds up today. With animation wise, it really, like, I mean, I wouldn't pass it off as a modern movie, because it's not. it is very early 2000s animation where they were trying to like slowly lead into like the 3D animation, which is why a little bit of it kind of looks uncanny, and you have How to Train Your Dragon, which is also 3D animated, which looks beautiful. But anyway, so what about the jokes? How are the jokes? Pristine. Now, the reason for is this movie has so many adult jokes. It's beautiful. Now, going into this movie and watching it as a younger kid is very... you don't get a lot of the jokes, right? You don't get like all the sexual innuendos. You don't get the jokes that they tell. But then you go into the movie as like a slightly older teen, and then you watch the movie and you're fucking dying because the jokes are fucking hilarious. I don't care what anyone says. That movie is funny. Okay, Shrek is funny. And that is why the jokes are good, is because they're adult jokes. And the thing is, people are so scared to tell, animation studios are so scared to make a movie with adult jokes because like they want it to be a kids movie. And like they did try to make an entire movie about adult animation, and that was Sausage Party, and that sucked. I'm not sure if any of you have seen Sausage Party, but it's ass. It sucks. But you have a movie meant for kids with adult jokes, and I think it's done perfectly. It really is, because you have ass jokes, fucking dick joke. You have the jokes. They're there. And it's beautiful. And it's not like touched upon a lot, So it's really good, Once again, when at a time where people really didn't care. 2001, you could tell all the friggin' jokes you wanted to, because it was an animated kids movie. And your kids wouldn't get it, It's well, I had to save my ass. Kids aren't gonna friggin' get that, They don't know. Number one, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know. If I had to save my ass, they're not gonna know what that means. They're not gonna know, like, the actual, like, what he's talking about, and, like, the actual, like, innuendo behind it. They're not gonna get that. So it was very nice, and it is very nice to see, modern, if you do get to see it, modern studios actually making adult jokes in a kids animated movie. But anyway, overall, this movie, in my opinion, still holds up to an extent. Now, I would overall rate this movie a 6 out of 10. I feel like that is fair, and also it's just beautiful. The movie is done perfectly, has a good start, has a good mid, and has a good ending. Perfect. It is what I would consider... I wouldn't consider it a perfect movie, but it is up there in, like, wow, this movie is actually really good. And I'm not just saying that because for memes. I'm genuinely saying Shrek is a good movie. It holds up today. It's still good. Shrek is still good. And I feel like people just like, oh yeah, Shrek, that's the movie, that's the DreamWorks movie with the funny ogre man and Smash Mouth. That's not what it's about. It's about a journey with a guy who wants to be alone and then falls in love, and it's beautifully done. Shrek, the Shrek universe really expanded on the fairy tale aspect of fiction, or science fiction, really. It expanded on it because of how, so many different things actually existed in one world. Because how Disney told it was oh yeah, friggin' Cinderella and Princess friggin' Flora or whatever. Bitch, I don't know, right? But to us, that's two different worlds. But how Shrek paints it is it's all one world. It's done really neat. So, in my eyes, Shrek holds up today. Today, Shrek holds up, and I'm not just saying that for the memes. Genuinely, Shrek holds up. Now, for my overall rating, 6 out of 10. Genuine rating, just because of how well it was done and executed. So, what should you take away from this? Well, nothing. This is my opinion. You can have your own opinions. That's what the comment section is for. Speaking of, that's it. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you're not subscribed, only a small percentage of you are. So, if you're not subscribed, do it. I will find you. And also, don't forget to check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. All linked in the description below. Oh! And also, if you guys would, it's my doggo's birthday, okay? My doggo, Gina, she's 5 now. So yeah. Gina, say something. She won't. Gina. Well, okay. Oh, I fucked up my camera. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, no. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah. Anyway. That's it. Peace!